In this video, we are going to review the law of sines, law of cosines, trig identities, and sequences. So number one, they ask us to use the law of sines to find AB, so this side right here. Remember with law of sines, it's always a sine to a side. So sine of 53 over x equals sine 54 over 7. Also remember that they have to be across from each other in order for you to use them. We cross multiply, so x sine 44 equals 7 sine 53, and then divide everything by sine 44. So I'm going to put this in my calculator, just like I see it. And we get about 8.0. Now, if you've had to turn in your calculator for the school pickup, there is a small a small scientific calculator on your Schoology assessments that you can open that does let you change from radian mode to degree mode and will let you use that on your assessment. So with this one, we need to find angle C, so sine of angle C over side 21. And then as you can see, I've identified this is my other one that I know all of the information about. So cross multiply, divide. So sine C equals 21 sine 88 over 26. But then remember, I have to get rid of this sine by doing sine inverse of all of this. So in my calculator, I would have 21 sine 88 over 26. And for C, I get about 54 degrees. Also make sure if you are using a graphing calculator that you have your degree mode on. Law of sines to find BC. So in order to find BC, I'm going to need sine 39 over x. And then if I look, I know angle but no side and side but no angle. Well, I can find this missing angle because I know triangles add up to 180, and I've already used 51 and 39. So this must be a 90-degree angle. So sine of 90 would equal 27. From here, I cross multiply. And then divide. So x is going to equal 27 sine 39 over sine of 90, which will be 17. Number 4, law of cosines to find side BC. So x equals side squared plus side squared minus 2, side cosine angle. And then remember I have to take, this is x squared, and I have to take the square root of all of that. So remember there is a formula chart listed of all of the formulas that you can use and have at your disposal on this assessment. So make sure you are referencing those to fill in your information. And so x is going to be about 45, which makes sense because it's much bigger than either of these two. Use the law of cosines to find angle A. So that would be 14 squared equals 9 squared and 6 squared minus 2, 6 and 9, cosine of angle A. So first I would move these to the other side using subtraction. And then I would divide by the part in front of cosine. And then I would take the inverse, and all of that would equal angle A. You guys were really good at this part, so I'm not super worried about you there. oops, and then cosine answer. What the? Cosine answer. So sorry. So angle A is 137 degrees. Number 6, basic 8 identities to simplify this. We know cotangent is the same thing as cosine over sine. Then we leave sine alone. We have sine on the top and the bottom, so that just simplifies to cosine x. So that is one simplified identity. Use a basic 8 to simplify this into a trig function or number. So remember, we have 1 plus cotangent squared x equals cosecant squared x. They've moved cotangent over here. So cosecant, minus. Cosecant squared x minus cotangent squared x equals 1. Number 8, find in the number of terms that are in this sequence. So first, if I look, they are adding 6, adding 6. So my difference is going to be 6. This is going to be an arithmetic function. So an equals a1 plus d times n minus 1. An is 65 because that is the last term. A1 is 37 because that's the first term. My difference is 6. And then we don't know n. So I distribute combine my like terms. Oh my gosh. Move 43 to the other side. Divide by 6. And n is, I believe, 18. Yep. So you figure out which sequence it is, use your formula, plug in what you know, solve for what they've asked. Number 9, is it arithmetic, geometric, or neither? Well, I can see from here to here, it is definitely not going to be arithmetic because they're not subtracting or adding the same thing. Also, if you notice, it goes negative to positive, positive to negative. So no way it's arithmetic. Let's check if it's geometric. So this would give me negative 1/5. Negative 12/5 divided by 12 would give me negative 1/5. So this is going to be geometric because it has the same ratio when dividing the term divided by the term in front of it. And number 10, the 8th term. So when I notice here, not arithmetic because it's hopping by way too much. So negative 20 over negative 100 is 1/5. Negative 4 divided by negative 20 is 1/5. So my r value is 1/5. So a to the n is a1, r to the n minus 1. So I want the 8th term. My first term is negative 100. My ratio is 1/5. And then 8 minus 1. So negative 100 times 1/5 raised to the 8 minus 1 is 7. And I get this really ugly decimal. Or if you have a graphing calculator and can turn it into a fraction, it is negative 4 over 31/25.